All right. Hello, everybody. I have a need to inspect this hive on the side of my house. I figured I'd bring you guys along with me and show you a basic inspection. So, this particular hive is a generator for me. I stock my storage hive with it, and I also pull brood every once in a while to boost other hives that need it. It's got a producer of a queen in here. Thank you, Wes. So the brood rate stays pretty high. Considering we're in a neighborhood, the resources are, generally speaking, they're always coming in. And so the brood rate stays pretty high. Once this queen's on some kind of incoming nectar, she really fires up. So I'm expecting to have a lot of brood in here. And I'm also expecting to need to really gauge laying space as I'll need it in the coming month. And I'll have to adjust according to what I find in here. I'm also interested to see if they brought up much comb and started stocking honey, because I've got a lot of goldenrod coming up in the neighborhood. And as the bird flies about a mile from here, a lot of goldenrod. So there's probably a lot of pollen, hopefully a lot of honey. Either way, I'm going to have to adjust for that space. So let's see what we got. Not much. So there's not a lot of growth going on up top here. Certainly not going to be much in the way of laying space or storage space for any influx of nectar coming in. That's both good and bad, depending on what I see in here. And they're all the way out. So they're already looking fairly congested in what I'm going to see in the next couple of weeks. And as it appears now, the numbers are good. You give it another week or two and that'll be completely different. Yeah. See. That's the generator. And you can't really see it, but there's larvae developing. I mean, as soon as they're emerging, she's going right back to it. And that queen stays busy. A lot of developing brood there as well. Not much honey, but they're very wet, and I'm seeing a lot of deposits of honey or nectar in there, along with bee bread being brought in and moved closer to the developing brood. There's a lot of bread here and mixed in dry pollen. So they're bringing it in as well. There's a little bit filling out in between the cells. That's good. They're on a build right now, so that's what I want to see. And the other thing I'm looking for is the condition of the baby bees. And I'm seeing a lot of young bees here that are of a good color. The development's all the way out. There was no malady that I'm looking for, no viral load that I can see so far. You want to look at your brood, the condition of it. And you want to look at the condition of the babies, the young bees, nurse bees. You want them healthy. And that's what's powering that brood that's being raised right now. And there's not much. Not much honey in there, but there's a lot of food staged right up against this development. So the distribution of everything looks good to me, or at least as I want to see it right now. And they've even got enough room to get some drones going here, a little bit closer to my fall nectar flow. So that's a good sign. This would be a good frame, plenty of food. Lots of capped bees that I would probably be pulling out here in a second or two to restock my storage hive. Definitely don't want to let this stay congested for very long. I could be running into some problems here soon in the face of swarming if I leave it too full of bees. There she is. Kind of blind. Let me see her. Tell you what, let me get her back in there. Keep her protected. That one's heavy. There's some food in this one. And a lot of brood. Some very healthy young bees. I'm real happy about the condition of these bees. They're still hygienic. But they're taking care of business. And by way of that, keeping the hive healthy, which is very important to me right now. And that's the last frame in the box. I would rather this be full of honey, or at least a lot of honey here and a lot of empty space here. That's not the case. So this box certainly is a candidate for pulling brood and introducing some dry comb. Yeah, so I think I'm going to take this one. I'm going to donate this to my storage hive that needs some young bees. And I'll bring over some dry comb. Be right back. And this one was queenless, so I do have a lot of nectar being cured here on both sides. However, we'll clear that out pretty quick, move it in closer to that brood. So I'm going to put that one right at the end, rather than in closer. This whole thing is one big brood nest. And I want to keep these young'uns close together. So that's pretty much it. I saw the health in the condition I wanted. I discovered the amount of bees in, considering the amount of bees in the air right now, and understanding the space they're going to need in the next couple of weeks at least. We're not even on our nectar flow yet. Once that really starts, if I didn't have available space, even with a little vertical growth, I could be in trouble real quick. It doesn't take long for a colony that feels any kind of laying pressure to go ahead and get things going, at least in the direction of swarming. And up to a certain point, if you see the signs, you still have room to move in control, or management rather. But being that this hive is always being pulled, brood is always being pulled out of here. It's only a 7 frame, so I'm already reduced in space. But when it gets tight like this, and I've got a lot of cap brood on board and more coming up, I need that laying space coming in pretty quick. There's not enough development up here for much vertical growth. So pulling brood out of this one made sense today. I'm actually going to go in another couple of days, pull another frame and drop some more dry on it. Give them a little bit more space in anticipation of what's going to be coming over the next 2 weeks. Or possibly 6, if I'm lucky. Anyway, that's it for now.